Welcome to episode 1 of my gaming memories with me, Hamer. And of course the first game is simply Dizzy, which was released in, I believe 87 on the ZX Spectrum. I don't know if it came out at the same time on the other computers, but for me it was the first mascot I ever got into on a game. So I didn't get the game on release, I know that much, but I definitely got it probably within a year or so after it was released by my dad taking me shopping, because back then tape games were pretty cheap, you know. I got given a ZX Spectrum the other day, and this is Fantasy World Dizzy, and as you can see the sticker price on it is £2.95. Pretty much a bargain for games back then, but I only got about maybe 50p a week, if of that, you know, unless I did a few little jobs for other people. I couldn't afford many games, so of course getting one, and I can't remember if I chose it, but I'm pretty sure my dad persuaded me to get it, because we did used to get the ZX magazines of the time, and he used to read the reviews to me, but I might have been looking for another game or something, but may not have been in. But we got Dizzy anyway, and went home, and this was the computer I played it on. Now, not this exact system, this was actually given to me the other day. Doesn't work, well, power's on but no video, so I've got to play about with that. And this was the actual system I played it on, and I loaded it up for the first time, and boy did I hate the game. You had the bridge that if you set it off, it was game over. You could not pass it. If there was a way of passing it, I have not to this day found out how to do it. So of course that was, you know, dodged the hell out of that unless I had to. And of course the other one was the puzzle elements, learning what you used with what, you know. It took me a while to learn that the I can't remember if it's the grease gun was used to move the cart. And of course the first item that I ever learned that was usable for the reason was of course the raincoat. I understood that destroyed the raindrops, and that was it. You know, got the basic ideas of the game, and you know, learnt the hard way how to kill the birds. Of course also tried it on the bats, learnt the hard way that it doesn't work. So, you know, you'd always leave the bird seeds at the top, and then you'd go around and you'd find other random items, and you'd be thinking to yourself, what the hell do I do with this? A few items you could get the idea of what you did, but the other mechanic of the game was the jumping. Jumping wasn't the problem. Stopping in the place you wanted to was the problem. So over time you would pretty much have to learn where you could and where you couldn't jump. You know, could you walk off edges at the right time and land on platforms? Those were the ways to get around the game, and I hated it for months on end. But over time I learned to actually love the game, learning that okay, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. It probably was the first game where I had to use a playthrough. And I hate using playthroughs, I hate using cheats. I will only ever really use them unless I either absolutely have to, or I've completed the game and the cheats give me something extra, or I just continue the fun of the game. And so it was probably one of the first few games where I had to use a walkthrough. I think my dad did complete it, but he'll probably never admit he used the walkthrough, but I'm sure he did. But I never saw him do it. And to be honest, I never completed it until probably the late 90s, when I can remember getting a PC and playing it on an emulator. And I remembered bits and bobs of the game, you know, I remembered the basics, but then I'm trying to remember what goes into the potions, what am I meant to use, or sorry, where am I meant to dig again. Those things I had to try and remember, and yes, I had to go back to a walkthrough. I felt dirty, I probably washed myself in bleach just to make myself feel clean again. But no, it was a massive achievement completing that game for the first time, and it was probably didn't. I played many other Dizzy games. There was a massive collection come out because I did get the was it the 6-pack, the Super 6-pack. I did get that air for the ZX Spectrum as a kid, and to be honest, I think a few weeks, maybe even months after that, trying to complete those games, I think we got a Commodore 64, or it was a Nintendo. What? It was definitely one of the systems. No, it was a Nintendo, because we bought it off my cousin Samuel, and I tried to play the shit out of, excuse my language, the crap out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So to be honest, I don't think I really touched the ZX Spectrum after that, but I've never lost love for Dizzy games. I did replay Prince of Yokefolk on the Amiga recently, completed that. I did play it on an emulator as well, but didn't have an Amiga at the time. I have one now sitting here behind me that needs to be powered up and played at some point. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I got the Prince of Yokefolk on Android, and I actually completed it on Android, but to be honest, that game gives you tips. I hated that. So I finally remembered how to play Prince of Yoke, and I actually completed it. Those are the only 2 Dizzy games that I ever completed. But Dizzy for me, other than Mario, is my favourite mascot. I love him. I didn't love the loading times. I didn't love that the game was so damn bloody hard, especially for a 9-year-old. But I just couldn't stop playing it. And I hope to be, at some point, playing all the other Dizzy games for you, and I hope to upload them soon for you. Okay, well, I'm going to move on. You take care. Goodbye. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and also consider sharing, as I do upload weekly, so hope you stay and enjoy. Thank you very much. Bye bye.